They are who we thought they weren't. The Washington Commanders faced off against the new and improved New England Patriots yesterday in our first preseason game. And bad, oh bad, did we look bad. I'm talking about you would have guessed that it was a Dan Quinn coach team out there in that first preseason game. I'm talking about from kickoff returns being given up to looking sloppy on defense, can't stop the run, to 159 penalties being handed out by the Commanders. Woo! I don't know what the hell was going on. But guess what? Commanders fans, it's just preseason.
Welcome to Everything Commanders with your host, Dream Team Buddha. Hail to the Commanders.
Okay, so Commanders fans, before we get into this video, if you will, do your boy a favor, hit that subscribe button, turn the bell notifications on, so that way I can keep you in the know with everything Commanders. Long live my brother Rico. Now let's get into this episode. What's good, Commanders family? Welcome to another episode of Everything Commanders. I'm your host, Dream Team Buddha. Last night game was so disappointing. We played against the New England Patriots, the new and improved New England Patriots, should I say, after the way they looked last night. And it was bad, man. It was so bad. It started off so bad. And I don't know if it ended much better when the game was over. They ran the points up on us in the preseason game, which is cool. It's just preseason. But what we showed on film last night was so disappointing, because I know for a fact DQ and this coaching staff is a great coaching staff, and I know they coached those boys up to play better than what they did last night. It was not a representation of who the Commanders are as a team, and they definitely got to do better moving forward. Now, I know we don't play our next game for the next 10 days, and we got a lot of practice to do, and they get back at practice tomorrow, which is on a Sunday. And I know they're going to be working real hard. I know Dan Quinn, I seen his presser after the game. He was not pleased with what took place in the game. Of course, we had some positives in the game, but overall, he was not pleased, and I'm pretty sure none of us are. You shouldn't be pleased. From what we seen last night, it was just not a good look at all. From the special teams, they did not play well last night. The defense didn't play well, and neither did the offense. We failed all three phases. We had some positives, like I said, not all bad, but majority was bad. And I get that it's preseason, and I get that we had 30 players who did not lace up them cleats and did not get dressed for the game. They didn't even, all your starters, Jayden Daniels and the whole crew, they didn't play in this game. But on the other side of the field, the New England Patriots, they made sure that their starters got suited and booted for the game and had a couple drives in the game. And on both of those drives, I believe that they scored a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. So both teams came into the game with two different assignments, should I say, if that's the right word. I'm looking for a different word. But we came into the game trying to get our young guys some valuable reps with with another team and with some quality NFL players that the New England Patriots have. They are an NFL team. However, they came into the game with the intentions of trying to, get off to a good start and to see what Drake May and their starting offense will look like against another NFL team. So we had two different intentions going on into the game, and I already expected for the Patriots probably to, come out the game with the W. But for me, in preseason, it's not about wins and losses. It's about improvements. It's about getting better. It's about, this is where you make all your mistakes. This is where you get a chance to right your wrongs. Because when the season starts, you don't get a chance to do that. And what we did last night it just wasn't good. And although I'm disappointed, I'm not upset. I'm still optimistic because, ladies and gentlemen, it was just a preseason game. There's no need to lose sleep over what took place last night. Don't do it. There's no need to lose sleep because everything going to be good. We're going to be straight. However, heading into last night's game, I set aside 7 players to watch during that preseason game, and I wanted to see how well they fared in that game. Some did good, some not so good. And what I want to do right now is I want to go over those players that we set aside, the 7 players, and let's see how well they fared. Now, this is judging off the TV copy, not the all 22s. I have not had a chance to take a look and assess the all 22s as of yet. And I'm not too sure if I will because it's just preseason football. But let's take a dive into the players that I had set aside. First up on the list, Tyler Owens. And this is no particular order. But first up on the list is Tyler Owens. I think he had an okay game. I like what I saw. I expected more out of him. He has a very high motor. And he's very instinctive. And he was running sideline to sideline. He didn't make any big-time splash plays, or he did not have any big-time bone-crushing hits. That's what I was looking forward to seeing, was him to, put his shoulder in the chest of one of them Patriots and knock him back. And we could be like, ooh, be excited, because I think he could be a good player for the Washington Commanders. However, we did not get that out of him yesterday. We did not get that out of him last night. Jeremy Reeves was out there hitting like his life depended on it. But I expect that because he's a savvy vet. Tyler Owens only been in the league for 2 years. This is his sophomore year. And I know it's just the first preseason game, so I'm not going to panic over what I saw. But all in all, I think that he did okay. All right? Let's keep it moving. Let's move it right along. Sticking with the defensive side, Trey Amos, right in the secondary. I love what I saw with Trey Amos. I wish that he got more opportunities to display his set of skills, but they weren't throwing the ball his way that much. And when they did throw the ball to Trey Amos' side, they were unsuccessful. I don't think he allowed a pass completion last night. If he did, I may be wrong. But the times that I saw that they targeted him, all you saw was this. No catch. No catch. Ball overthrown. They just wasn't trying him for real because they knew better. And if you knew better, you do better. And they did better. Okay? But what I did saw was when they ran the ball to his side, he was not afraid to get in there and get the contact and to make the tackle and stop the run. He did what he had to do. He's not a soft corner. He's not afraid of contact. Unlike Emmanuel Forbes, who was with us when we drafted him. He's no longer with us. He's with the Rams. But I love the mentality that Trey Amos play with. And I think that he has a bright future ahead of him for the Washington Commanders. So, Commanders fans, be excited about Trey Amos. I think he did an excellent job last night in the game. Let's keep it going on the defensive side. This person right here that goes by the name of Jazon Newton. He did an excellent job last night. He did exactly what I was hoping to see him do. I was hoping to see him get a sack and have a huge presence in this game. Now, although we gave up a whole lot of runs, it was gaps out there. We even allowed Drake May to score a touchdown from running, and the lanes were wide open. Jazon Newton did what he had to do. You can't put that all on Jazon Newton because it's a whole defensive line. But we saw Jazon Newton get to the quarterback, Drake May, and cause a strip sack. Listen, I was in here smiling like this. I was excited to see my guy Jazon Newton get that sack, and they was trying to take the fumble away from him and say that he just sacked him. Like, nah, that was a strip sack. I saw that, but 2 or 3 players prior, you saw him blow up a screen. I love the way Jazon Newton play. I just think that he needs more opportunities. He's not the pound for pound run stuff in defensive tackle such as a Javon Kinlaw or and Javon Kinlaw became that later on in his career, or a Deron Payne or Fedarian Mathis or one of the big uglies. You know what I'm saying? He's not that type of defensive tackle. I said it countless of times before, and I'll say it again. He's more like a Jonathan Allen, who once was a Commander. He shows great patience. He shows great technique. He's a smart player, man. And to see him blow up that screen before it even gets started, I was in here smiling. I'm happy. He did an excellent job, and I'm grateful for, Jazon Newton, man. So, yeah, the defensive side of things, those players did an excellent job. Let's get to the side who really didn't do the best. It's quite a few that was on there, but all in all, I really didn't see what I wanted to see. All right, moving on along. Offensive side, let's start with the big guy, Josh Connelly Jr. He was moving out there on screens, the way he was pass blocking. Speaking of which, the offensive line held their own last night. They was blocking pretty well last night when it came to the pass. Now the run game, it was okay, as far as blocking. But when they got out on the edge, it was better. But they held their own when it came to the pass game. Now granted, it was not the first string players. It was just the rookie, Josh Connelly and a whole bunch of backups. But they did what they had to do. And although I didn't hear much from Josh Connelly Jr. and I didn't see much from Josh Connelly Jr., he did a great job. He didn't give up any sacks. I think he may gave up a pressure or two because Sam Hartman was all over the damn place. He was all over the place. So he didn't know if he was blocking somebody into Sam Hartman or whatever the case may be, because Sam Hartman was all over the place. So he did what he had to do with the quarterback he was deemed to block for. So I would say he did a good job. It just wasn't what I expected. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see him maul a couple defenders. I wanted to see, maybe I expected too much, but I ain't gonna complain. He did a good job. Let's move on to the person we all wanted to see, and that is Bill. That is Bill, JCM, Jacory Krosky Merritt, better known as Bill. I love what I saw from Bill. I loved it. I love what I saw because the way he moves, the way he runs, the ball carrier vision that he possesses, he's going to be a good thing for the Washington Commanders. I truly believe that. He's a running back that I have not seen us have on this roster in a while. The way he runs, he has big playability written all over him with his run style. For one, he's not afraid of contact. Okay, he's very shifty. He got great ball carrier vision, and he's fast as hell. And he's smart. Maybe he could work on this passing a little bit, but I seen that he can catch the ball. and no wasted movement. He gets straight to it. I like what I see out of that young man. Granted, it's preseason, but when it's his time and his number is called, I think he will show up and show out. In this game, he did go down with a shoulder injury, and it wasn't much from what they determined. Once he went down, they didn't put him back in the game. They checked the shoulder out. Everything came back great. Nothing was negative. It was all positive. I mean, well, when it comes to MRI-wise, everything was negative, nothing positive. So nothing's wrong with JCM. Nothing is wrong with Bill. He's good. He came out the game. But I was very pleased with what he did do on his 5 rushes. I think he had 5 or 7 rushes. And I was happy with what I saw, but I expected more from it. Maybe if he didn't hurt his shoulder, he came down on the hard, we would have got much more film out of him. But let's just keep it moving. Let's move right along because I didn't want to be before you all too long. The disappointment, I'll say that for last. But let's move on to Luke McCaffrey. I expected a lot out of Luke McCaffrey coming to this game. I had no idea that he came into this game with an illness. I had no idea. I was just looking forward to seeing him go out there and contribute to the offense and get some catches, some production on the field. I thought we was going to see some good of Luke McCaffrey. And we did not see that. He left the game. But when he was in the game, he wasn't effective at all. So I wasn't too happy with that. But I'll give him a pass because he did have an illness. He fought for his brothers. He fought for the team. He went out there. He gave it a go, and it just wasn't – he couldn't fight through it. So I'll give him a pass, and I'll keep my eyes on him for the next preseason game. Last but not least, I wasn't too pleased with Jaylen Lane at all. I wasn't pleased with it at all. And I don't know what it was. Maybe it was because the person that was behind the center that was throwing the ball to him, whether it was Sam Hartman or it was Josh Johnson. I just didn't like what I saw from our receivers. The only one that actually had a good game was the wide receiver. I can't even think his name. Tay Martin. He was the only one that really had a good game. I mean, Chris Moore was dropping passes left to right. KJ Osborne dropped a touchdown pass that should have been caught. It was a great breakup on it by the defender. It just wasn't much. Michael Gallup did his thing a little bit, but he going against preseason people. But Jaylen Lane, man, I expected more, man. They had him in the slot, and he was just pretty much missing. He was pretty much missing. I can't even remember too many catches he had, if he had any at all. And then when they put him back there on the punt return, and I didn't really see much. He caught the ball. He got quickness, but the Patriots special teams was looking like our special teams from last season. We didn't see the gaps in the lanes that Trevion Henderson had to start the game off, or Gibby had when he had his chance, because they broke a couple. I was expecting to see more out of Jaylen Lane, man, and I know I got to slow down a little bit and be a little bit more patient and understanding that it's going to take time for Jaylen Lane to arrive. Not all rookie prospects are created equal, and that's cool. So I wouldn't say that I'm disappointed at anyone, any of the players that I set aside to look forward to seeing, but if it was one that I had to be not okay with, it would be Jaylen Lane's performance. I wish that we could have seen more. I wish he could have did more. I wish that he was targeted more. I wish he was open more. I don't know what took place and why he wasn't the Tay Harris. Why wasn't that Jaylen Lane? You know what I'm saying? Ja'Cory Brooks even had some catches. Like, where was Jaylen Lane at? So, all in all, man, as we all know, that game, it is what it is. It is what it is. Ain't no way around it. You just gotta get back to the basics, and you gotta grind. And they gotta get better. They got 10 days to get better before the next game. And the Bengals gonna come out there with their starters. They already declared that. And then when you seen it when they played against the Eagles the other night, they had Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Joe Burrow out there, and Brown. They had all them out there playing. Now they playing with fire, but we shall see. So it's gonna be a great opportunity for this defense to get some viable reps against some like that players in the NFL on the Bengals roster. But Commanders fans, don't you trip, don't you worry. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Don't let this ruin your weekend. It's okay. It's just preseason. I promise you that the Commanders starting lineup will not be this bad. And I know that's not saying much because you got to have the good depth, but we got a little more time to develop these players. And not all was bad. It's just they played bad as a unit. Javon Kinlaw wasn't out there. Deron Payne wasn't out there. Von Miller wasn't out there. Frankie Louvu wasn't out there. Bobby Wagner wasn't out there. Marshawn Lattimore wasn't out there. Quan Martin was not out there. I could go on and on the defensive side. And then, to top it off, all the play calling and everything is vanilla. Don't lose your mind. J.D. Fowler wasn't even out there. He wanted to play. Sainristil wanted to play. B-Rob wanted to play. We still ain't got a deal done with Terry McLaurin. He'll be here. Debo Samuels wanted to play. Laramie Thompson wasn't out there. We have to relax. Those of you that are panicking. Because some of us understand what's going on. But if you never listened to me before, Commanders fans, don't you worry. Everything gonna be all right. It's just preseason. Anyway, that's gonna do it for your boy. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that thumbs up on the bell notification so that way I can keep you in the know with everything Commanders. Make sure y'all like this video. Help me get into the algorithm. And if you are disappointed, I want you to do me a favor and drop it down in the comments. Tell me what upset you, what disappointed you, how you feel about last night's game, whether it's good or bad. I'll say that. Whether it's good or bad, drop it down in the comments. I need you all to get involved, and let's have a conversation about this game, man. I'm doing this for you all, and I love fan participation. But anyway, that's going to do it for your boy. Long live my brother Rico. As you can see, I know I lost my brother not too long ago, last month, about a month ago, a little over a month. I got his picture over there. I probably put it on the wall. I want to see what I'm going to do with it. He was one of the biggest Commanders fans I know. You know what I'm saying? Since we came out the womb, we've been Commanders fans. Since I witnessed it, when I came out, he was too. But going all the way back to when I knew what the Redskins were, we were fans. We bled that burgundy and gold. And I'm going to make sure that I represent my brother and carry his name on, his legacy and everything until the day I leave this earth, and so forth and so on. So, yeah, long live my brother Rico. And before I go, y'all know how I do it. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Let's get it.